There are a few things that I'd like to share. I was reading the news briefly on Yahoo. I don't spend a lot of time reading news anymore. I found it to be addictive and destructive to my psychology in ways that it wasn't before when I was younger. I found that it really started to hold me back and was an addiction that prevented me actually from learning about what was really going on in the world. I spent a fair amount of time on fringe YouTube channels that also fucked me up and scaremonger and don't take the likely cultural direction that's probably going to happen, and they doomsday. The problem with this is that there's still truth to some of these fringe channels, and the system seems to have afforded itself levels of survival that certain YouTube channels wanted to see not happen because of the content that they were making. A lot of it was economic. The Money GPS is a channel I haven't been to for years, and someone I listened to for maybe about 10 years ago or so. I listened to him a little bit. He's a Canadian, he's an ex-journalist, and he has a YouTube channel. He would just talk about having multiple streams of income, being mindful about your financial situation, and teach basically overall money skills. And I think that he had some material that I really wanted to look at. One of them was the something Babylon, like the five wealthy men of Babylon, or something like that. The fundamental philosophy in this book was, from what he said, and this was supposed to be a very good book, was that you want to pay yourself first before you pay off your debt. You want to make sure to pay yourself first. And you do that because if you don't, you're going to be screwed. And so there are a lot of different types of financial and economic philosophies and styles. And depending on your upbringing, where you find yourself in your life, the type of investments that you want to have, CL doesn't do a lot with investments. Doesn't trust his gut. He was in the crypto market and lost big, unfortunately. And it's that big loss that afforded him the ability to not claim a lot of money because of just how much he lost, unfortunately. And he kept quiet about his loss because, well, who wants to talk about the money they lose?